Well, we meet again. Doing something a little different in this video. You're actually gonna hear me talk to myself a lot. I'm actually going out in the middle of nowhere to fish on some private property. See how it's going out there. Haven't fished there in a while, since last fall. Used to be able to catch some good fish there. See if they're still there. Join me on the adventure. You might learn something. You might not. Yeah, not clean water. Nice and muddy. Some nasty water. But there's bass in here. It's not a very big pond. But then again, don't have to be. Put this camera equipment down. Some of the fishing rods and stuff. Like I would any time of year. Well, not any time. I'm gonna start with the good old buzz bait. See if I can get a couple of top water explosions. I think it's just a booyah buzz bait. So the water's really not that dirty. Danger noodles are out here. Oh, that was not smart. Yep, I knew it was gonna happen as soon as I started throwing that way. Woo! That almost came back and hit me. It was close. And that's why you use like 40-pound braid. I don't know if that's 40 or 30, but it feels like, I don't know, it's heavy enough. Looks good. All right, let's try that again. That's where it's like, not. Get all the kinks worked out. You can go slow with it and just really disturb the water. A smaller version of this would be killer.
I mean, absolutely killer. No, it seems real good. I just don't know that I'll be able to throw this very often. Because, I mean, some of the lakes I fish at possibly, but like in most of the ponds and small creeks and stuff, I don't know, that's big bait to be chunking. Okay. For all of you that don't know, this is a Whopper Plopper 110. This is the Googan Baits, oh crap, I forget the name of it. It's their topwater version of it. There's a pretty substantial difference. Now this isn't the big one. They have the bigger version of it. So it's not quite a fair comparison, but it just gives you an idea as to the size difference between these baits. So I mean, this one is way thicker, way heavier, and it's even like an inch, well, yeah, maybe about an inch longer. But you see, I mean, it's a big, or I'm sorry, this is a Whopper Plopper 90, not the 110. 110 is the normal size one, the big. This is the 90. But either way, so you can see that there is a difference there. And this, for my use, is going to be a kind of a hard sell. I'm not saying I will never throw it, but I'll have to check and see if they've got a smaller version of it, because these are the size that I typically stick with, and I've done very, very well. Not necessarily this color, just this size. The shorter, fatter one, I really don't do too well on, because you can see I've got one in just about every color. So, that begs the question, what now? Oops, there's the black. Alright, I know what now. We pull. Why is this zipper so cranky? That one's not. Let's try some good old frogs. Eat me. Well, that's a big old frog. Dang, look at the size of that thing. That's a bullfrog. I bet you he'll go after my top water too. Okay, so here, I'll show you the difference in these cases real quick, because I'm taking this off and I'm not going to put anything back on. I'm put on top water more than anything. So I want you to notice something. Drop it in, I just close it. It's done. It's lined up, and it snaps shut, right? Watch what happens on this Bass Pro one. Okay, I'll take it, say I put something out. It's not locking. Oh, that's because it doesn't close all the way. You have to like manually force it. It gets caught on the edge here, like right here, and you have to constantly push on it. Come on, BPS, get your stuff together. If you're gonna sell products like that, you got to do better than that. When Flamebow was beating you in the quality department, you got problems. But I won't get into all the issues that I have with these quackers. I mean, it's just my opinion. BPS is a joke. Just one big joke. Johnny Morris. Kiss my butt. Didn't like Cabela's being a main competitor, so they bought him out. And ruined Cabela's. Man, the smells that you smell out here can make your mind go all over the place. You're like, what is that smell? What is that smell? Does that smell like anything to you? No, I don't smell like anything to me. That's a weird smell. Yeah, it is a weird smell. It still don't smell like anything to me. But it's a weird smell. Oh, so you admit that it's a weird smell. Yeah, it's kind of a weird smell. Oh, no. It's not that weird. What the heck? Ned and Monkers. Those are the swimmers. There. Get in there. We're gonna try something a little different today. Something I've never actually thrown. Hey. Aw, look, it's a ladybug. Get off. Now, I'm telling you, when you see a bobcat at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it'll makes you want to watch what you're doing. And when said bobcat came from this area, it makes you want to watch your back even more. And I'm probably only about 200 yards from where I saw that bobcat yesterday. I know 200 yards seems like a lot, but bobcats like to roam. They're vagabonds. Let's not do that. Okay. Now for the fun walk back.
What just happened? Did I get hurt? Did something get me? Was it the bobcat? No, none of those things. I actually just hit my camera with my arm and I figured, that would be a good joke to play. Yeah, did it work? Hope you enjoyed it, because I did. I thought it was funny. Anyways, as you saw, I didn't catch a single thing. I don't know if the pond was washed out due to all the rains that they had been receiving. You know, here in Texas, sometimes we get a lot of rain in the springtime, and it's one of those years it looks like, because we're getting a lot of rain, and that pond is known to flood out. So I'm curious to know if some of them got washed out. I'll be going back. You know, it's private property, so obviously I can't tell you really where I was at or anything along those lines. All I can tell you is I was in Texas. Does that help? No? I didn't think so. I can't really tell you where it's at. Sorry, it's private property. I've told the landowners that I'm not going to give out that information to anyone at any time, ever. So I got to adhere to my word. But didn't do very well, as you saw. It's okay. Can't win them all. Can't catch them all. But I did have fun. The bobcat, that was real. It was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I was driving to go to the store to pick something up, and bobcat ran right across the road, right down from the place that we were staying. So that was legit. It really did happen. And it was not a small bobcat. It was actually a very mature, big bobcat that I would not want to tangle with unless I had some sort of self-defense, which I always carry when I'm on that property. So I wasn't too worried about it coming after me, but I knew that they were in the area. My bigger concern is not bobcats, it is the hogs that are in that area. The hogs get pretty big. I personally have seen about a 250 to 300 pound hog out there. May have been even bigger. I didn't get pictures of it because most of the time, the last time that I saw any of them, I was out deer hunting in the fall. And some big mamas were out there. And I'm guesstimating them being between 250 and 300, which, I mean, they were big. If you saw some of the tracks, I mean, they were like the hoof prints, no kidding, are 3-4 inches tall. I mean, big. I don't want to tangle with one of them, especially if they've got babies rolling around, little piglets. They're very protective of their young, and I don't feel like going to the hospital with, an 8-inch gash in my arm or leg because I got too close. So they're out there. Hopefully you'll be able to actually see some of those videos, because I am going to start creating more outdoor content, because after all, this is Double K Outdoors, not Double K Fishing. So I'm trying to get to where I can create some more content for not just fishing. I'm going to have the fishing, but I'm also going to do a lot of the other outdoor stuff, just getting out into nature, kind of like what you saw today, but just more involved in the outdoor stuff, not just fishing. So look out for that content, because I got some good ideas that I'm rolling around in my head, and hopefully I'll be able to bring them to fruition. So keep it up, and always remember, keep catching.